Hello, my name is Nate. Welcome to my art channel. I am going to do a straight pour tonight with a couple of little twists. You can see I'm using a 24 by 24 inch deep edge previously painted canvas. I've been saving this because the blowout got a little messy, so I really blew it all the way out and it got a little muddy. It's a little dark. I was thinking about doing a transparent base and doing something over top of it, but I don't know, it just kind of sat in the corner of my studio for 6 months at least. And no ideas have come to me. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this to another use. And along with doing a straight pour, I'm also using my cloud mix. This is 2 parts US Floetrol, 1 part Artist Loft Soft Body White, and 1 part Vallejo Pearl Medium. So I'm hoping for some good cloudy effects, but also some pearl cells. This is a color I've never used before. I just discovered this in my my paint drawer. It is Charvin Indigo, and it is a lovely deep blue-black color. I'm really excited to see what these 2 colors do together. I'm hoping for some smoky blues. And then I also have some, let's see here, this is Folk Art Treasure Gold Blue Quartz. Beautiful icy blue metallic color. This is a Franken mix of a bunch of different blues. I started off with Amsterdam greenish blue. I added in some Liquitex blue gray, some Amsterdam primary cyan, and then some golden bone black until I got to this color. I wanted to make sure that there was a difference between these 2 colors. But I wanted a non-metallic blue gray color in there. And then I have some DecoArt Extreme Sheen Pewter, which is going to bump up that that gray tone. So you can see I'm going monotone blue-gray kind of colors. My base coat color that I'm going to be using is Amsterdam Greenish Blue, and it is mixed a little bit thicker than the other paints. And I have some cell activator here. This is 2 parts Australian Floetrol and 1 part Amsterdam Lamp Black. Not sure that I'm going to use it because I want to see how the initial pour turns out first. And if I think some pinwheel swipes in the pour will make it better, then I'll use it. If not, if I like it exactly as it is, then I will leave it. Let me show you the consistency of my paints using the white here. It is very, very thick. Leaves a mound on a mound on a mound, and it leaves at least a 3-second trace when I drizzle it across. And I have done a drip test to make sure that all of my colors are the same consistency. It's very important for this kind of pour. So once I put my base coat color down, I'm going to find my center using a little bit of string from corner to corner like this. It'll show me where the exact center is. And then I'm going to put this little flower cup right in the center. I get these, I think I get 100 of them for $15 on Amazon, and I'm almost out. So if anybody wants to send me some, that would be awesome. But I'm gonna put these in the center, and I'm gonna do my straight pour right in the middle of this, and I'm gonna turn my canvas as I do it. So instead of doing a ring pour, I'm gonna do a straight pour, but it's gonna come down the sides and create kind of a flower shape, I'm hoping. So that is the plan. I'm going to layer my cup. I'm using a 2-cup measuring cup here, but I need about 20 ounces of paint. This is the line for 16 ounces. So if I fill this all the way up, I should be at about 20 ounces. With having a base coat, it should not matter if I don't get exactly to the 20 ounces. And I'm going to go ahead and start with my cloud mix right at the bottom. So I want to layer this with the understanding that whatever I put in the bottom of the cup will be the last thing out, which makes it the center. So I really have to build my color palette from the center out by pouring the colors into the cup first. So kind of in reverse order. So I want that indigo right next to that, and I'm going to use quite a bit of it. And I'm going to put the icy blue color, the blue quartz, right on top of that. And then I'm going to put More of my cloud mix. On top of that, nice thick layer. And then my custom blue-gray color will go on top of that. And then the pewter, I'm going to be careful with this pewter because sometimes it takes over, so I don't need quite as much of that. And then we're just going to repeat. So back to the cloud mix. And the indigo. And the blue quartz, I think I might get one more layer out of this. These colors. If I don't run out of anything. Oh, I meant to put cloud mix in between those. Oh well. There we go. Put the pewter. We'll call an audible, as my dad would say. I'm gonna put the indigo right on top of that pewter. Ooh, that might be nice. Okay. That's the last of it, unless I scrape it. Let me just go ahead and scrape this. I want a lot of this dark color in there. The cloud mix sometimes takes over and eats some of the other colors. So I want as much of this dark color as I can get in there for that really excellent contrast. And then we'll go with our cloud mix again. And again, we're gonna scrape our cup and use all of it. And as I'm spinning this out, what I'm most likely to lose will be the colors on the outside edge. So I might lose a lot of this ice blue that I'm putting here and the grayish blue, but having that in there helps the other colors flow out. Takes up that valuable space. Okay, so that is my cup. I mixed these colors 2 days ago, so I'm really hoping there aren't a lot of air bubbles. But anytime you pour paint, you create air bubbles. So there are going to be some, no matter what you do. So I've used a base coat color here that will look nice if it brings up, maybe a little bit of that paint didn't get completely mixed, that's weird. If this color comes up through air bubbles rising up, this color is gonna look great with the rest of my thing. If I threw down a purple or a green or some other weird, or an orange or something like that, it would be weird to have that color come up. So choosing a base coat color that works with your other colors is always a smart idea. Let's go ahead and spread that out a little bit. There we go. There are quite a few bubbles in this. One of the reasons I want to spread this out though is because that didn't look like all the paint got mixed in there, so I don't want any lumps affecting my pour either. And I have another cup of this, so after I do my pour, I can use it as a flow extender to get all the way out to the edges. Okay, at this point I'm just adding more air bubbles, so we'll stop. Wipe that off. Hold that right there because I'm gonna need it. And let's go ahead and pop whatever air bubbles are already showing. Now let's find our center. Grab a piece of string. Grab a hold of that corner, grab a hold of that corner, and then let that string kind of travel in between. Create a little line. On the other side and do the same thing. There we go. It's not perfect, but it's the best way that I've found to do that. And we're gonna put that right, since I can see through this, I can find that center little mark. There we go. Now let's spin it and see if I have my canvas centered. Ooh, that's pretty good. All right, we have hope. But that moved a little bit on me. Here we go. Let's make sure. Yeah, okay. Stop messing with it, Nate. Okay, straight pour, slowly, right in the center, and we're gonna turn our canvas as we go.
I'm gonna let the sun shine in today. I'm trying to make this darkness go away. I'll paint with colors and I'll sing until my lungs give out. I'm gonna let the sun shine in today. And I will leave my windows open so that I can hear the sound of people talking and the wind blowing in the trees. Oh, I will open up my eyes so I can see the light. Oh, and I'll try to spread my wings so I can fly. Oh, and the darkness starts to fade. Feels like things are gonna go my way. I'm gonna let the sun shine in the day. I'm gonna let the past be filled with smoke. And I will try to fix what has been broken. And take this weight off my shoulders, 'cause I know yesterday ain't coming back. I'm gonna let the past stay in the cold. I will listen to the ocean, let its unsaid words be spoken. And I'll let my mind be carried by the waves. Oh, I will open up my eyes so I can see the light. Oh, and I'll try to spread my wings so I can fly. Oh, and the darkness starts to fade. Feels like things are gonna go my way. I'm gonna let the sun shine in the day. Oh, I will open up my eyes so I can see the light. Oh, and I'll try to spread my wings so I can fly. Oh, and the darkness starts to fade. Feels like things are gonna go my way. I'm gonna let the sun shine in the day.
I almost forgot to breathe. I was afraid I was going to get dizzy there. All right, I can see that I've got more paint on this side than I do on this side. It was incredibly difficult to pour directly in the center while I was turning the canvas, but I think this is very cool. I am definitely going to do my pinwheel swipe in this though, because I think these wonky little lines coming through here, I can straighten those out by doing a swipe through them. So let's go ahead and put down the rest of our flow extender here. And allow that time to develop a bit. Allow some air bubbles to rise as well. I'm not worried about getting paint or like wetting the sides here because there's plenty of paint here. It's definitely gonna go over all of the sides and edges. But this greenish blue is a transparent color. Yeah, so some of that on the sides may still show through. I may have to touch it up later, and that's okay. But it was all blues and grays too on the sides, so I'm just gonna get rid of some of this paint on here. All right, let me wash off my tool, and then we will continue. Okay, let's go ahead and take this off. Ooh, it's very wet. How am I need a dry spot here. Dry that off. Dry that off. Maybe now I can pick it up. Or maybe okay. Interesting. Pop some air bubbles, which will bring up some cells. It's looking very gray with a hint of blue at the moment, but when I open this up, some of the other colors are going to appear. Hopefully. Pop more bubbles. Okay. So, I think the first thing we should do is the pinwheel swipes. So, I've mixed this up so that it leaves, I doubt you're going to be able to see this, but it does leave a slight little mound. Disappears fairly quickly. So, when I'm swiping with a cell activator, I like it to be a little thicker than if I am blowing it. Say if I'm doing a bloom, I want that consistency to be just a little bit thicker. And I like to do my pinwheel swipes with my thumb. So I'm just putting a little bit of cell activator on there. I wiped it a little too much off. There we go. And I'm just gonna start here in the center and I'm gonna swipe kind of in a curve out. So we're gonna start right here. I'm just gonna barely glide it over the top and pull it out. You could absolutely do this with a palette knife. I just like to finger paint. That's gorgeous. And look at the structure that it made. I love it. Okay, let's do the next one. So we're gonna start right next to the other one and we're gonna follow that out again. So right here, and just barely gliding over top of the paint. And a bit of a curve. There we go. When I'm swiping, having that thicker cell activator helps those cells not just to appear, but to hold their shape. So let's do maybe a slightly different angle so you can see it from a different way. So we'll go from this direction. There we go. Again, starting from the center and pushing our way out. Just 3 more to go. I do find it easier to do this away from myself. Rather than towards myself. That's looking great. Ooh, I think I dipped my finger right there. There's a little pinch point. That's okay. I'm gonna wreck those lines here in a minute anyway. So they were almost done with this swiping. Start from here and come out. One more. This always reminds me of a starfish in the middle at this point. There we go. Last one. Nice. Okay, let's wreck this up a little bit and create some more structure. Let's use a skewer. And we're going to follow this in this way. Oops, another piece of paper towel. Okay. Let's do the same line on each of them before I make any other decisions. That's good. Pulling it towards the center. Before I do this last one, I want to decide whether I'm doing any more of these wreck lines in here. Do I want to do 3 or do I want to come out with a couple of them? I think I'm good with just the one. So the reason I want to know that before I do this last one is because when I bring it in, then I create a little swirl in the center using the same motion. So I come in the center and then swirl it around like that. And we can adjust that a little bit. There we go, that's better. I might come back to that and make some more adjustments after I've opened this up, but I'm going to tilt this, try and move the weight of the paint just a little bit. I can't move it too much or it will distort the shape that I've created. I love that cloud mix in the center there. It's gorgeous. Okay, that's good. Let's move this paint out of the way so it doesn't hit anything. Oh, this is so pretty. I'm going to give this one more torch before I go, because if there's any pinhole cells that are going to happen, I want them to expand and get bigger. So we torch now rather than at the end. If you torch at the end, you get these tiny, tiny little cells that appear. If you torch now, they get larger. So, all right, let's give this a baby spin. Let's see where we're at. Oof. Definitely weighted down there. So we're just going to adjust a little bit at a time. We don't want to move quickly and allow things to warp. About like that. That's the direction I want it to go. There we go. Let's give it another spin. All right, we're coming off center. Now let's test this to make sure I'm not going to hit my camera stand. All right, that's good. I've got plenty of paint here and it's going to cover this entire canvas. So I am going to lose the outside edges all the way around. So the important thing to me here is to keep my center in the center. Oh, that pewter, it tends to take over, but it's gorgeous. I love that color. Here we go. Let's put this back. Bring this back down. Oh, wow, it's pretty. Okay, keep going. Gotta get rid of all of this and this here. Wow, this is a winter wonderland right here. Look at that. Just a couple of corners to get off and we'll be done. Oh, so pretty. Okay, let me check my center. Okay, I'm just going to use this little palette knife here and I'm going to stick it right dead in the center. And do you see how much paint is still on here? I definitely need to get a little more off, which is fine because, you know, some people might worry that they're wasting paint. But if this painting cracks because I didn't take enough paint off, I've wasted all of the paint. I'd rather lose a little bit of the stuff on the outside edge and have a beautiful finished painting than worry about that little bit of waste. And on a spinner, the center holds the most paint because the centrifugal force on the outside edges makes all of this thinner, but there's not as much centrifugal force in the center. So you do have to continue to move and spin your paint a bit in order to get that out. I'm going to see how far this will move if I tilt it. It is still moving. I love this pinwheel motion that they get here. See that? Look at that. Oh, so pretty. Okay. I think one more spin should do it. Nice long spin. Let's see where we are. Oh yeah, okay. We're done. Let me bring you in for a close-up. Okay, here we go. I'm super happy with this. That pewter and the blue quartz in here, I can't wait for this to dry. It's gonna have so much sparkle. I'm super happy with it. Look at those gorgeous lines. The more you open it up, the more those beautiful lines open up. And look at that, so pretty. I love monotone color palettes. I love it. That center is a little off shape. This line coming through here got a little bit wonky, but I'm not upset about that. There's lots of really elegant lines. I love the way when I wrecked it, it gives these really beautiful little curlicues, really pretty. And, you know, a little bit of organic shape never bothers me. The cells and lacing held up beautifully, especially on the outside areas. Got a little, what's the word I want to say? A little softened out here in the outer areas, but it's still beautiful. Gives it a different texture. That indigo is gorgeous. It's acting like a blue, but it's definitely a blue-black. Wow, really pretty. I got a few cells popping up in that area here. The sides are gorgeous too. Look at that. I wonder if you can see that in the light. Really pretty. I love the way these lines, and I'm glad that I did a straight pour rather than a ring pour, because the straight pour gives you these beautiful little fingerlings. So look at the way that that looks like it's interweaving together there, where a ring pour wouldn't do that. So that was a good choice too. Happy with that. Yeah. So unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to have dry results for this video. But if you follow me on Instagram, I promise I will post the dry results up there. That's where I put all of my favorite pieces, is up on the Instagram. And you can find my Instagram link in the video description. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you are inspired to try something new, and you come learn pinwheel swipes from me in person at the Fluid Art Experience Conference, which is happening in Richardson, Texas, just outside of Dallas, this coming April. The link for that is in the video description too. So yeah, do those YouTube things. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you'd like to see more, and go mix up some paints and be fearless.